How do you avoid burnout? Well, it's Tuesday, and it's time for another episode of Off Topic Tuesday, of course. And I thought I would use this as an opportunity to talk about something that I'm personally dealing with, and I have been dealing with for a little while now. I think this weekend was pretty bad for me. I've kind of, and this is why I like to be transparent with you guys, because a lot of times in this life, with television and movies, and especially on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers are not being honest with their viewers, and they present sort of a false image, always happy, always like, yeah, guys, well, let's do it, and you may even say, I'm like that. I mean, I'm generally upbeat, but that's not false. That's how I genuinely am most of the time, and I tell you guys why: diet, exercise, attitude. But even for me, I'm human, and I have my ups and downs, and I've been in a down lately. Not down in terms of like I'm depressed or anything. I'm actually quite the opposite. I'm very excited about a lot of things that are happening right now, but I've just been burnt out, man. I am trying to accomplish so much so soon, like Naraz as well. Naraz was, I think he'd expressed to me, he's having a similar problem where he's trying to learn so many things at the same time, and he's just a little bit overwhelmed. And I'm kind of in a similar boat. There's a lot of things I'm trying to learn, and I have limited time. And then I'm trying to run the channel, multiple channels, and it's time waits for no man, man or woman. So it's a lot of pressure to sort of maximize time and be as efficient as possible. And I violated one of my rules, basically, which is why I ended up in a situation where I am getting out of now. I don't want to say I am now, because I'm getting out of it now. Basically, balance is key. You can't, I mean, working hard is good. It's good to have a good work ethic, but you can't just keep going and going and going and going and going, especially if you're not giving your body what your body needs in terms of sleep, diet, exercise, right? I try to do that. I'm generally good. Hey, what's up, Naraz? I try to do that. I try to be good at that, but, I'm not perfect. And one of the big mistakes I made is the falling off the balance train, where it's good to work hard, but then you also need to give yourself time to rest. I don't just mean like having sleep at night. You need to, like, you can't be working 7 days a week, 12 hours, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, and I'll do that. Even though you may feel good, like I can do it, you're not having any problems, and you're just like, I'm good, you can keep going. Even if you feel good, don't keep going. Try to stick to a very disciplined routine of always you work hard. I guess work hard, play hard, right? But more specifically, you work hard, rest, work hard, rest. You shouldn't be going 7 days a week like that. Try to have, for example, the weekends, at least, or 1 day a week or something. You just can't be running. You're gonna run yourself dry. And one of the problems with keep going until you can't go anymore is it's just like with hunger and with hydration. It is said that if you wait until you're thirsty, it's too late already, because by the time you feel thirsty, the damage already has begun. So the idea is, if you're exercising and you're out on a hot day, the idea is to keep yourself hydrated, to keep drinking water, even though you don't feel thirsty, so you never actually get thirsty. And I think the same principle applies, in my opinion, with work ethic. It's good to work hard, but you should always balance it. You need work, rest, and yes, you rest every night. People say you rest every night, right? If you're getting 8 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep, that's good, but that may not be enough. If the point is, if all of your waking hours are for the most part spent grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, and the only rest you get is at night when you're sleeping, and people are different. That's the next thing why it's hard to give advice, because people are different. Some people can operate on 5 hours of sleep and be very efficient. Others need 8, others need 10. So maybe some people, as long as they're getting 8 hours of sleep, they can work hard all day, every day. For me personally, and for most people, that doesn't work. Eventually, your body's going to burn out. And the problem is, when you get into that phase, it's kind of like you're in the mud, and you just kind of get, oh, man, oh, I don't want to do anything. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this thing. Maybe the next day. I don't know. Maybe Wednesday. And it's just, before you know it, weeks have gone by, and whatever your objectives are not getting met. So the problem is, when you get into that mud, it's really hard to get out of the mud. So the point is to not get into the mud in the first place. How do you do that? By being preemptive. So rather than waiting until you burn out or you get into that phase, you do things to avoid ever getting to that point. So that's the balance, right? You work hard, 5 days a week, and then 2 days you rest, right? Or you work hard 6 days a week, and then 1 day you rest. You have some kind of routine. Or maybe if you just logically see you've been going excessive for a while, then it's like, okay, I'm pushing extra hard, so I'm probably going to burn myself out. So I'm anticipating that, and I'm going to say, even though I normally rest on the weekends, I'm going to decide that I'm actually going to rest tomorrow. It's not a scheduled rest day, but I've been working really hard. I deserve it. I'm going to take a break, right? So that is my recommendation to you guys. And then as far as me personally, what happened again, I was working hard every day. I'm studying the Python. I'm doing the videos. I'm working on other projects. And I'm just going and going and going and going and going. And it's always trying to get so much done every day, multitasking. And I was doing that steady for a while, just going. And so that started to fatigue me mentally, to where I started getting into this like a rut, like I just didn't really feel like doing things. And then after that, what happened is I started not doing my walks that I normally do. So then the exercise dropped. And once the exercise dropped, that was it. Because that's the thing that keeps me going. When I'm stressed out or have a lot of things going on, exercise and diet keeps me going. So if I start to burn out and then I'm not exercising, that's a formula for disaster. So that kind of led me into, over the weekend, it got really bad to where you won't believe what I did. Friday night, or I think it's Saturday night, the Friday night and Saturday night, I believe, I was up until literally 4 or 5 in the morning. 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm still up. And before, I would have been up working on code or studying or whatever it is. But this time, I was up procrastinating, wasting time. I was binge watching some show on Netflix that I found. I was just really, really procrastinating. And it was me staying up till like 12 o'clock and then staying up till 1 o'clock. And then the next night it's 2 o'clock. And then the next night it's like, oh, it's already 3. And then I'm going to go to bed. And then, oh, let me watch a movie in bed. And then next thing you know, like it's starting to get light and I'm still up. So then what happens is I end up sleeping late because I was up late. So I get up at like 12 in the afternoon. And then it's like jet lag. So it's like I'm coming from another side of the globe, to where 12 p.m. to me is like 8 a.m. So when it's 11 p.m., 12 a.m., going forward, right? It's like, that's like my midday. So at 12 a.m. in the morning, it feels like lunchtime to me, and I should be going to bed. So therefore, you end up staying late again, stay up late again, and that's how you end up 2 nights in a row, staying up until 4 or 5 in the morning. And that wreaks havoc on your body. It throws your clock, out of whack, your internal clock. And my eyes were starting to get red. I don't know if they're red right now. I don't think they're too red. This doesn't look too bad. Let me see. Turn on my light here. I don't think, I don't know if they look red or not, but my eyes were getting red from the I don't know if it's lack of sleep because I was sleeping, but I think simply, well, first of all, I was up for a long time because if I'm up from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 the next morning, that is that's 4 hours, that's 20 hours. Being up for 20 hours. So being up for 20 hours is a lot of abuse on the body. And then even if I sleep for 7 hours after that, it's still, my body, takes a toll on my body, right? So that's a lot of what was going on. Let me see what Nara's, what's going on? I decided to stop working hard. I only work on my projects for a few hours a day. I have been stressed out lately and decided to change my daily routine. Yes. Change is key. It's better to work for a few hours daily rather than working for many hours for a few days. The same happened to me. Yep, I feel guilty when I don't work. I used to work hard, but now productivity is very low. It's time to change. Yes. You see why it's so much better to be like transparent and honest, because there it is, you are having a similar thing, and it's good for you, because if I'm just always showing you only the positive, and then you have this perception of, look at him, man, he's going and going. What's wrong with me? Why can't I do the same thing? I'm not good enough or whatever. Now you can realize, look, I'm the guy who see this guy? That's me. I'm the guy there. That's the Lamborghini Gallardo. And then see this plaque that I got here from one of my previous jobs, and I got this one. So how did I get all these things, right? And the published also in this industry journal. How did I get all of that? Well, a lot of hard work. But the point is, even the person who can accomplish all those things, I'm still human, and without balance, I will burn out just like anybody else. So don't ever look at other people and think that it's all smooth sailing and they're just going and going and going. And meanwhile, you're the wimp, you're the wuss, you don't have the heart, you can't even, stay the course. I think what you need to focus on is not necessarily whether you have, ups and downs. You know what I mean? It's more, when you fall down, do you pick yourself back up? Like, that's the main deciding factor, because everybody deals with challenges. Everybody deals with downs, but not everybody picks themselves back up. A lot of people, when they deal with these situations, they allow it to get the better of them, and they give up. They get frustrated. This is not working. I can't do this. Why do I even bother? I just hit my elbow. You know what I mean? But the winners are the ones who actually pick themselves back up and keep persevering and keep pushing. Resilience. I think resilience is a key factor between the successful and the ones who are not successful. It's not about that, I am smarter than anybody else, or I'm more capable than anybody else, or I have any special edge. I have resilience, and resilience is something that maybe someone has it naturally to a certain extent, but it is definitely something that everyone can work towards. Like, if you don't have a very resilient personality, you can train your mind. You can retrain. That's the wonderful thing. Especially this is very apropos on a channel about programming, right? Your mind is much like a computer program, and you have the ability to rewrite your mind and how you think about things. So if you have an issue with not being resilient, you have a thought process where you tend to think negatively or whatever, you have the ability to rewrite the code. You have the ability to write new functions that didn't previously exist in your brain. For example, if this happens, like if I burn out, do this. Change my routine. Try to be more balanced. Work on my diet. Work on exercise. Like you can add those things into your brain so that when these things happen, you already have a plan, you already have a strategy, and you're able to pick yourself right back up. You can also write functions into your mind to where you can avoid these things. Like I said, preemptive action, to where you can predict that you're going to burn out. Pay attention to yourself. Learn yourself, right? Learn yourself, just like how you're trying to reverse engineer a program, and you try to learn the behavior of the program before you change it. Learn yourself, in terms of understand yourself. I tend to burn out after I do this after 4 days in a row or something. Whatever it is, figure out what the patterns are. Always take your notes, your mental notes. Written notes are better. Observe what happens with you. I burnt out at this time. What was I doing before I burnt out? Okay, so apparently when I do these things, I burn out. You burn out again. What happened? Oh, the same thing. Pattern. So now I know that whenever I follow this pattern, the result is me burning out. So if I see myself following that pattern, I'm going to adjust before I burn out, right? So that's the beauty of it. You can change the way you think. Now, with that all being said, another factor that has been affecting me, which is actually really cool, but it's overwhelming, is I have been presented with 2 awesome opportunities. One of them is actually the potential is massive. The potential is so massive. It is so massive that I can guarantee you, if I end up going that route, you guys are going to see a drastic change on this channel and my other channel as well, because I am really, really dedicated to the mission that I have here, not only on the channel with helping you guys out, but also with my e-learning courses. And I've just been waiting for the right time to really, really crank things up. And if this opportunity happens, and I have a good chance of it working out, I'm going to establish a very high budget for marketing and other things to help the channel. So for example, long term, I would like to hire someone to do editing for me and things like that, delegate. So again, we talked about you're burning yourself out, right? I'm doing a lot of stuff on my own. It's a lot of stuff I have on my plate. Why should I be doing that? Why not delegate? So I will definitely be looking to hire someone to do editing so that I can offload some of the work. So it's not always on me all the time. And there's a lot of things that I can do. For example, I can pre-record a series of videos. Someone can help me with that. So I have a whole bunch of episodes that are lined up. So that'll free me, because if I do that, that means I don't have to always feel obligated every week. Oh, I gotta do a video. I'm tired. I got this going on, so much stuff going on. No matter what, I'll already have episodes and content for you guys ready to go. So all I will want to do is, at time permitting, I can do additional content, but there will be sort of an ongoing series of content that's already scheduled. So say for example, for the next 6 months or 12 months, let's say 12 months or a year. Let's do six months. Let's say 6 months. So 6 months. Let's say 4 videos. My brain is tired, but bottom line is I can do a bunch of videos ahead of time, so I don't have to have that pressure, because it's tough, because life changes, man. Life changes, and got different things going on, and it's important to set a schedule with content where you're putting out videos, but that clashes with day to day. For example, these 2 opportunities, and one of them is a new company that it's a fintech company, and they would like, and I don't want to say too much, but they are looking for me to manage a team and basically help them to grow. And it's a massive opportunity in terms of there's so much opportunity for me to be able to really, really contribute to this company and really help them grow. And by doing that, that will be a major sort of rubber stamp on my career. In terms of like, yeah, I did this. I went to this company and I was responsible for taking them from here to there or whatever. We got this done, that done. I mean, basically, I guess what I'm getting at is I have an opportunity to make major impact on a company. I mean, I've generally had some level of that because the level at which I'm at, the kind of work that I do, it's very, very. Let's just say that the success or failure of my work can drastically affect the business. But still, I have not been this critical of a member on a team like what they're looking for. So, long story short, this opportunity will open up so many doors with the channel, with other objectives. Like I mentioned in another recent video, I know that I'm gonna start a mobile app business. That is happening. I have so many great ideas about products that I want to create, and I've looked at the market and I've seen that there is a need for what I want to create. I would love the stuff that I want to create. I would love it. It would make my life so much easier. So I know it would make the lives of so many people easier. So there's a high potential of it being very successful. So I definitely want to do that, and this opportunity will allow me to do that. So I can get my mobile app business off the ground, and that can lead to a lot of other opportunities that I want to get into, as well as, like I said, stepping up the e-learning courses. I want to do more courses, more videos, more content. I really, really want to go all out, and this opportunity will open so many doors. So with that being said, it is extremely critical that I am able to seize this opportunity. And in order to do that, I need to dedicate this week to preparing for a meeting that I have on Thursday. I'm going to be meeting with the team at this company, and they're going to talk to me more about their business and what they're trying to do and what they need from me. And hopefully I continue to like what I've been hearing, and they continue to like what they've been hearing from me. And that being the case, wow, very exciting times. But bottom line is, that's something else that's been going on. So working hard, starting to burn out, messed up my sleeping, and then this thing comes around, which is a major opportunity. It would be a big blow to me if this doesn't work out for me. It'd be a big blow because it's such an amazing opportunity. So with that comes pressure. So I feel pressured to really, really put my best foot forward and to come out on top. But that's where I'm at. So as of today, I am going to, well, I already started getting myself back out of the mud. So the first thing I did today was I went for a ride today on my bicycle. Didn't go too far, but the point is to get out there, get active. So I went for a ride yesterday. Tomorrow I will be doing whoa. This thing always crashes on me. So tomorrow I'm gonna rack on some real mileage tomorrow. And I'm gonna get back into my Python routine, but I want to change something. I'm gonna experiment with something. I want to designate 3 20-minute blocks. And I'm gonna try this, see if this works for me. If you're more than welcome to try it yourself or something similar. But this is my plan. Yeah, this is the idea I came up with. Here's the main goal. The main goal is to continue being productive while allowing myself to breathe, because I've been going too hard, too long. I need a break. So how do I have my cake and eat it too? Sort of take a break, but still continue working. I don't want to totally give up. So what I want to do is I want to minimize the load. Like right now, it's like all these things I'm trying to accomplish in one day, right? It's just too much. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I want to make it smaller. I don't have all these things to accomplish. I want to have 3 things to accomplish. And I want to designate 20-minute blocks. That may seem short, and maybe it is too short. I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow, see how that works. The next day I may extend it to maybe 3 40-minute blocks or 30-minute blocks. But the point is 20 minutes of Python, 20 minutes of maybe some database stuff, and 20 minutes of something else, right? So I'm gonna pick 3 different things that I want to cover, and I'm gonna do like 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at lunchtime, and 20 minutes at the end of the day. And then the rest of the day I just do whatever the hell I want to do. And that's gonna be my version of like taking a break but still keeping it moving. And then I need to also, since the highest priority is preparing for Thursday, so I will probably designate maybe 2 1-hour blocks. An hour block in the morning, an hour block at the end of the day to prepare for Thursday. So an hour in the morning, go through some things that I want to talk about on Thursday with this company, and then at the end of the day do another hour where I go over some things. So I will have 2 hours a day. What is it? Oh, time is flying. It is Wednesday. Wait a minute. Oh, it's already okay. I was freaking out. I was like, it's tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. It is tomorrow technically, because right now it's tomorrow here. It is April 2nd right now as of 20 minutes ago. So so technically it's today, but I mean technically whatever. Bottom line is, when I get up tomorrow morning, I will have that day will be my last day to prepare for this meeting on Thursday. So that means I may need to restructure things. I'm not sure how I want to do it, but I may need to restructure things. I gotta figure out, because I don't know if because that will mean I only dedicate 2 hours before this meeting on Thursday. So I don't know. I think what I'll do is I will try this thing out, and then on the fly I will make adjustments to it. So I have a plan that I want to do, and then as I'm doing it, I'll decide how to adjust things. Maybe I'll do something a little bit different. Maybe I'll do work an hour, rest an hour, work an hour, rest an hour, or something like that. But I definitely wanna change up what I've been doing. And then what I might do is prioritize the quiz creation thing that I'm behind on, because I can use that to prepare for Thursday. That might be a great tool to just kind of run through that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Naras, thanks for joining in. I suggest you read First Things First book by Stephen Covey. Oh, Stephen Covey's good. Stephen Covey is good. I suggest you read First Things First book by Stephen Covey. It's funny because I also decided to pick 3 things. Learning NGINX. What is that? Is that a typo? Python, and uploading more videos to my YouTube channel. Yeah, man, you gotta do it bite-sized chunks. Don't overwhelm yourself. Do what you can. The main thing is to keep going, but you can't overdo things. So the thing is to make it more manageable. That way you can keep going at the same time, sort of take a break, right? Because the thing that you'd want to avoid doing is to just completely take a break and like don't do anything. I mean, if you have to, you have to. Everybody's different, but ideally I would like not to just totally drop everything. Anyway, on that note, this stream has gone on longer than it should. Good to see you, Naraz, and to anyone else listening in, Mega Noob and MJ Shahid, and John. Wish you guys the best, and hopefully things work out on Thursday for me, because that'll mean a lot for everyone. I mean, not just for me, you know, like I said, that'll open up so many doors for me, but also you guys will benefit as well, because there's so much opportunity around that. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I've been doing these videos and things, you know, on the side, you know, just kind of wanting to give back. But only the last few years I realized that this is a life purpose for me. And although I don't want to do it full time, at least not now, maybe a retirement thing, I realize that it's very important that I teach and help as many people as possible, because, you know, not to get too spiritual or whatever, but I feel like this is my sort of life purpose and my sort of gift. I hate to use terms like that, and I feel bad that I haven't done more you know, courses and videos and things, because people love what I have done, and so many more could have benefited from you know, what I can do, but it was never, I just had too many things going on. But I'm now ready to put a lot of effort into it, and in order to make that happen again, it'll take, you know, resources, which Thursday I may get all the resources I need. Alright, guys. Buongiorno, buonanotte, buenas noches, hasta luego, Vigits. Until the next episode. I'll be back. Just be patient with me, guys. Stick with me. I will stick with you guys. Alright? This is a very, very serious mission for me. It means a lot to me. Apache!